I know what you're thinking, punk. You're thinking, is that the sand or is he just that pale? Well, to tell you the truth, I think I've lost track myself in all this sunlight. But given that this is 44 SPF sunscreen, it'll keep me from getting burned even on the sun. You gotta ask yourself a question. Do you feel burny? Well, do you, punk?
Whatever woman may have been potentially very much not looking at me prior to having my shirt on, very much changed their mind once I took it off. Holy fuck, I'm pale. Jesus Christ, look at this monstrosity. Look at this absolutely monstrosity of manliness. This is really not turning out the way I wanted it to. Doing something different. I am here. How do I flip the screen? Oh my god. Boomer energy! How do I flip the screen? Can I even flip the screen? Flip camera. Hey, let's go. At the beach. Motherfucker. Okay, now how do I turn it? Okay, flip camera. Oh my god. I'm in my 30s and I sound like I'm 85 trying to turn on the fucking Wi-Fi. Well, we are having more and more news roll out from ICE. It gets worse every time. I think I'm actually gonna have to put my shirt on. Like, I'm getting cold. It was insane. Like, on the way out here, you know, back in the city, it was like 75, sunny, not a cloud in sight. And then I came out here. The sun's burned most of it off, but there was like an entire fog bank. And it was like, just, there's still a fog bank. I can still see it. I'm looking out to the pier, down towards Venice. I mean, it's not as thick as it was. That's what she said. But it's still, there's still a good fog bank out here. So yeah, we're getting more and more news from ICE. And we're seeing now that they're like straight up putting on hoods, going out, and TikTok, don't ban me, these are actual facts. This is reported in the news that ICE is putting on actual like hoods now to go door to door when they're doing their arrests, deportations. Many people call them kidnapping. Some people are saying that. I'm not saying that, but some people call it. Some people say if you remove someone without a warrant, without legal cause, that's kidnapping. Many people are saying it. Many people. I think that's what actually got me kicked off TikTok last time, was just saying, like, calling them. How do I get around that? Like, I want to say the word, but I can't. Like, napping of, that even sounds worse if I was to say that, but like, when you steal someone and put them somewhere else without their, you know, without any legal authorization, there's a word for that. It comes to mind when I'm telling you this, and that's kind of what ICE is doing. So, and it's amazing because, like, they're getting citizens caught up in this, like actual citizens. There was a guy caught and held for 10 hours, and they didn't know that he was a citizen the whole time. So this and the folks that were sent to El Salvador, we're seeing more and more that they didn't do any due diligence. This is simply a disappearing act. This is straight up I can't say it because they'll give me shit for it on TikTok. These are Gestapo tactics. And it's worth thinking about how we got here. And how we got here, let's not kid ourselves. The Democrats were a part of this. They helped. Because we're seeing productive members of our community, of our society, people like doctors, straight up. What was the guy that was a neurosurgeon was taken out of the country? A doctor. It's, yeah, not like, you know, we have a shortage of that or anything. Not like we couldn't use people that will save lives. And this is also how you know that the MAGA mob is not pro-life, because it's like, you say that you want to save people, and then you're getting rid of folks that are actually here to save lives. So what it really comes down to is they're full of word vomit and shit. That's just all they are. So how did we get here? Obviously, the last campaign with Killer Kamala and Genocide Joe, fantastic people. I can't believe that I went from actually crying in salvation when Joe Biden was first elected to like shrugging in just raw disappointment when he lost. It's like, yeah, well, you ran a shit campaign, you did stupid stuff that people told you not to do, Shocker, you lost. Yeah, what a surprise, right? So how did we get here? It's amazing to think that Ronald Reagan back in the 80s was pro-amnesty. Ronald fucking Reagan. Yes, the AIDS pandemic man himself. He was fucking pro-amnesty. Where is that energy in the Republican crime party now? And you don't even have, what's amazing is like the Republicans back in the 80s were pro-amnesty. You can't even get that kind of energy on the left now. I mean, you can from the left base, but you can't get it from the left establishment. But we can't even get the left establishment to actually fight back on the actual fascism that is happening here. So, how did we get here? We have, the Republicans do this very, very well. They have a very clear, their policies are radical, absolutely bonkers, totally out there, that won't solve anything. But you hear it, makes you feel good. That's kind of what they're about. They don't solve the problem. In fact, their solutions create more problems. And they have a very clear narrative. Who is good, who is bad, and what is the answer? Not necessarily what will actually solve it, but just what are they going to do about it? And they do that very, very well. Meanwhile, like Trump did that all the time on the campaign trail in 2020. And you look at Killer Kamala, who was partnering with the CBP, the Customs and Border Protection Union. I'm gonna get like attacked by doggies. Yeah, here comes a doggy. You see a friend, Rufus? Rufus is whining because he sees a dog. Hey, no. Well, go say hi. I swear to God, having him around other dogs is like having, you know how you were a teenager, like a kid, at like school dances and such, and you'd be like, school dances and such? I sounded so fucking weird if it was there. Is your dog friendly? Okay. School dances and such, and they're, and the, like, it was all separated, right? The girls over there, the boys over here. And there was very, very little mingling. That's kind of how my dog is. You like I have to like give him a little nudge to go and play with other dogs. Okay, there's a play bow. Let's see if there's some. Nope, he's just looking for food. Always with the food with this guy. Oh, okay. Now he found a giant sandcastle hole. So he's gonna lay in that. He's gonna lay in that. Let me see if I can. Hang on. I want to show y'all what I'm working with here. Yeah, there he is. That's my boy. No, my boy. Father, help. That's him. Yep. His little fortress of dogitude. My God, dude. Have some deep. He's gonna need such a bath. Oh my God. Not gonna lie. Pretty fucking adorable though. Oh wait, he's gonna do the roll. Is he gonna do the roll? Oh my God, he's so weird. Okay, I gotta focus here. All right. Enough about my dog, who I'm gonna have to now like keep a side eye on, because God knows what. Oh, he's making such a mess. All right, you gotta see this. All you can see is his. Okay, well he changed. All you could see was his butt as he was digging. Oops, what'd I do? There we go. Are you? Rufus, are you comfy? Yeah, he's like digging with his nose now. He does that. He just uses his giant shovel of a noggin and just digs in the sand with it. Okay, all right. I gotta focus because the TikTok ban hammer is gonna come in any minute now. All right, so anyways, so the Republicans have a very clear narrative on immigration. And again, the Democrats won't be for amnesty. But again, look at the 1,500 January 6th terrorists that Trump pardoned. These are rapists, pedophiles, wife beaters. These are terrible human beings, and he pardoned them. But we can't give amnesty to fucking Jose, the goddamn hot dog vendor, or fucking, Martin, the CFO that no one knew was undocumented this whole fucking time. Are you kidding me? No, fuck that. Immigrants built this country, and we should be bringing them in. Import immigrants, deport deplorables. That's what we should be doing. But we can't even get that kind of a consensus from the Democratic establishment, which is why they need to go. So anyways, the good news is that ICE is becoming more and more unpopular, and there are more and more protests. There are more and more advocacy against them, and there are more and more people prepared to take them on. We're seeing here in LA, we're seeing a lot of defense groups that are warning the neighborhood. They're keeping tabs on ICE. They're doing what they can to make sure that the neighborhood is aware of their rights and to not go out, and to report them when they're there. This is the kind of energy that we need, that the Democratic establishment would be pooing about. Nancy Pelosi would be saying, oh, well, they really should just give themselves up. No, fuck that. Why should these people who pay their taxes, do their dues, create job opportunities, and are a valuable member of the community, give themselves up while the MAGA terrorists are still able to get away with everything that they can? No, fuck that noise. We're not doing that. So what the Democrats need, and I don't think they're going to do it, but they really have to have this is what they never do. They never have a good guy, bad guy narrative. They just don't. And we need to have that. The Republicans, again, they are very clear on who is good, who is bad, and what the solution is. And the Democrats don't do that. So with Kamala, with her CBP, Border Patrol bill, it was going to be more of the same. It was reinforcing the status quo, whereas Trump was doing something radical because people are tired of the status quo. That's so much what the election came down to. So the Democrats, you have to be radical. You have to propose something valid, something big, something huge. And frankly, the answer is amnesty. I would happily welcome, and look, the reason they don't want amnesty is because so much of the business community is exploiting the immigrant labor. That's what they do. As much as the MAGA mob loves to say, like, oh, well, immigrants are lowering wages. Yeah, well, it's corporations that are lowering wages. No immigrant, none of your problems are because of immigrants. They're because of billionaires. So if you are anti-ICE, I'm going to wrap this up because I don't know when TikTok is going to pull their bullshit. If you are interested in fighting this, please get involved with your neighbors. Know who they are, keep in touch with them, make them aware of their rights, and start organizing, start making community. I'm doing the same with my neighbors. I'm making sure they're aware of their rights. My allergies, I'm gonna sneeze. Achoo, false alarm. Fuck me. Make sure they're aware of their rights and participate in the community. That is the best thing that we can be doing right now. All right, where are we in the comments before I leave, because I don't know what the TikTok crazies are gonna do. Agree, thank you, who said that? Oh my god, I can't fucking see a goddamn thing with this glare. Bubbles, agree, thank you, Bubbles. Leaky Balloon Knot, thank you so much for sharing. I see that you have I think that's Ukraine flag, so what is it, Slava Ukraina? Slava Ukraina, am I saying that right? So thank you for sharing. What else? A bunch of trigger little MAGA snowflakes in the comments. The Serenity 0608 says the blind and heartless are the clear and present danger to America and freedom. Stronger together. I could not agree more. This kind of ties into the topic of toxic masculinity, because it's very easy to hate. And believe me, I am a man very full of hate and spite and every other adjective along those avenues of the English vocabulary. But the fact is that it is way easier to hate than it is to heart. That sounded so fucking cheesy, but it's the goddamn truth. There was a homeless person on my subway on the way out here, and they were crying in tears next to me, and I'm just talking to them like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" And they were saying, I mean, I don't know how much I want to go into it here, but just like they were very, very unwell. And what help does it do to say, "Shut the fuck up"? Stop crying. That's not going to help them. That's going to escalate it. They're going to cry more. So toxic masculinity is the problem, and the real solution is to actually care. These toxic masculinity guys, there's a reason that a lot of them are single and divorced and can't get a date. There's a fucking reason that they complain they can't find a date on fucking Hinge or Bumble or any of the dating apps, because they're miserable people. No one wants to be around them. So, like, men, stop being assholes. Start actually caring, legitimately caring about other folks. I don't know, whatever, that's my rant. Why do you talk like that? Did I say it right? 3 new messages. Let's see, what'd I miss? Beach looks nice as hell. Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. Hold on, let me flip the camera. What's amazing is that there's still like like a lot of this shit. Hold on, let me actually flip it back. Flip it back. Flip it open, flip it closed. Listen, Lee, you flip it open, you flip it closed. Rush Hour quote for anybody that knows the movie. So there's all this fucking debris still. Look at this shit. This is the ash. This is a good one. This is still the ash from all those fires out here in LA. It's still washing up after what? Damn near 3 months almost at this point? Because it was January, like, what, 7th? February, March 7th. Yeah, so over almost 3 months now. And look at this shit. This is like this was someone's house. This was like the McDonald's that everyone went to after school, like that kind of shit. But yeah, it is nice here. Okay. I have a couple more minutes, then I'm gonna dip out because I just don't know what TikTok is gonna do. Oh my god. If you like my hair, thank you. I do not. I mean, I'm glad that I have hair, but I don't like my hair. I don't like... I mean, it looks kind of good. I don't want to brag, but this looks pretty fucking good today. You are right, sir. Thank you very much. So a lot of the MAGA terrorists in this thread are always just cheering, like Americans getting mixed up in this. Keep in mind, these are the same snowflakes that wanted to pardon the January 6th terrorists that its entire goal was to members of Congress and the Vice President. And they're saying, oh, it's okay to have a few citizens mixed up. No, well, you're just not American. You just are. Because in America, we have rights, we have a constitution, we have freedoms. And if you want to impose on that, we had a fucking war over that. Bad idea. Okay, not a lot of much to comment else to. It's funny how the MAGA terrorists are in my thread here talking about domestic terrorism against Tesla when it's like January 6th was your guys' thing. And also there was the Buffalo MAGA terrorist shooter. All of the people that tried to do that to Trump, they were Republicans. The biggest threat in America to our safety are Republicans and MAGA terrorists. All right, I'm going to end on that because I know the band hammer is coming in a second here. Also, fuck TikTok, free Mahmoud Khalil.